I'm Tasha.
And I'm Mike.
We
are Billion Beri.
Beri.
And today we've got a city skyline.
Yeah. We built this city.
Of all of our slabs. This is a lot of slabs.
Some not so good. Not that many not so good. Some pretty darn good. And we have some black label magic here.
We do. We got into this game in September? Yeah. September.
Well, late September.
Very late September, like last week of September. And we very quickly decided, let's buy all the things and spend way too much.
We had to catch up from OPO1 all the way to OPO4. That's where we were.
Yeah. And get all the starter decks.
And promos.
And look at all the promos that we wanted, some of which were just already out of our reach, like Serial Luffy and things like that. But
sad.
But yeah, and then we thought, well, you know what? Let's make it a goal to collect one of every card. So we've done that. We've got back all of our current orders for Beckett.
Yeah, this is... How many orders?
This is like 6 orders worth of slabs, I think. And we just put in a new one that's like almost 75% of what this is on the table.
Almost this much again.
So we're stupid. But it just so happens we live in the DFW area, which is where Beckett is headquartered. So we just drop these off. We don't have to pay insurance or shipping or any of that. We just sign up, we drop it off, and then when they say it's ready, we go pick it up. It's like a 30-minute drive from where we live. So I'm pretty lucky in that way. And we also happen to live right next to a Mitsuwa, which is one of like 2 official One Piece game stores that are in this area too. So
it's good to be in Dallas.
It's good to be in Dallas every day, I guess. If you like wind. So yeah, we're gonna take you through all of our slabs.
Yeah.
I know when we were first getting into this game, we were looking everywhere, like BGS return videos.
And we just didn't find that many. Everybody likes the new PSA, but again, we live close to Beckett, so might as well do it the easy way.
Yep.
And also, we like the idea of getting black labels.
Yes.
So that's why we do Beckett. But you know, it's been good to us so far.
It has, not too bad. And we've got a process. We're going to make a whole separate video that goes into detail about what we do to pre-grade. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of evolved a lot over the last 5 months.
Because while this may look like it, we don't send every card we get.
Yeah.
We are picky.
Only 98% of the cards. So yeah, we started off not really knowing what we were doing, so we just kind of picked our favorite cards and submitted them, and we didn't really pre-grade or do anything. And luckily, we got back some pretty decent results. Not the best in the world, but we've been kind of evolving it over time. So we'll go over that in a separate video. We'll kind of lightly touch on it here, but we're not gonna. Today, we're gonna go over
what we got.
We're gonna show you some. We're going to kind of showcase the cards as we talk through it all. And then we've got a bunch of statistics on how many 9.5s we got, how many black labels we got, how many times did we get below a 9.5, like silver labels and below. Ugh. It did happen. It didn't happen a lot, but it did happen.
Thankfully, One Piece cards do tend to grade pretty well, but they can skew lower if you're not picky enough and you choose the wrong cards to send in. So.
But there's one major respect of One Piece cards, and we won't spoil it yet, but there's a statistic that is pretty jarring about how often we get screwed by one of the metrics.
Yeah. So right now we are going to start over here at OPO1, and we're going to show you what we got.
Yeah, we're going to show you our trash first.
Oh, okay. Actually, we're skipping ahead to that.
What were we starting at?
I said OPO1 just a second ago.
Oh, well, this has OPO1 in it.
All right, that'll work.
So.
Never mind our tower here. Hopefully you can still see us. We're buried in the city of slabs.
That's right. Okay, so these are our not so good ones. Yeah. So look at that. I mean, okay.
To the naked eye, it looks perfect.
Well, no, I can see that it's definitely thicker on this side.
Oh, really? Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
okay.
Definitely skinny on this side. So this was one of our first submissions. I didn't know any better. But edges 9, corners 9.5. The only thing that got it perfect was the surface. So, not our finest moment right there.
Nope.
This this one's a little jarring to me because this card
Everything's a
looks
9 but
really
edges.
good to me. Yeah. And yet it got trashed on. So
Sometimes it just doesn't seem to make sense. You look at it yourself and you're like, what's going on here? We were eyeballing things and that was like it. We didn't know anything yet. We educated ourselves via YouTube. So
yeah.
and we wished there had been more content to learn from. So that's why we're doing these videos. But this is just funsies showing you what we got.
So these, recommendation, don't grade these. We graded like 8 of these and none of them came back above 9.5. Like
Yeah.
we got absolutely hosed by VV on these.
So
So
we love VV and it's such a pretty card. That's why we wanted to grade it.
yeah. Now this one I don't agree with at all because we got 3 10s. Hopefully you can see it.
Wow, and then 8,
We
5,
got 3 10s and
centering?
8 5 on centering, which gave us a 9 overall. The centering doesn't look that horrific.
Oh.
Like it looks great on the back, and on the front, like I do see centering issues, but an 8.5
Yeah.
I don't see on this one. So
So some of our cards we're probably going to
Yeah.
submit for review just to see if we can get their grade bumped a little.
and then we got these two. These two we
Oh.
kind of knew. Like we bought these off TCGPlayer, and we tried a couple times, but every
Yeah.
single time we bought these, they came scratched, they came dinged. They are near mint.
Yeah.
So to be
They
fair,
qualify as
we
near mint.
we did not get hosed by the people we bought it from, but
But this card in
Yeah.
particular, the whole surface has that fragile foil, and I think it's just easily scratched because none of the ones we ordered, and we tried multiple times, none of them were really technically grade worthy. We sent those anyway, understanding they might get a lower grade.
yeah.
Here comes the most confusing one to me. Iceberg Sun. Like,
Yeah.
what the heck? We've already cracked them.
Yeah,
That's
we-
why
we-
you're seeing them like
We
this.
cracked this out as a test,
Yeah.
and yeah,
This iceberg, like, I thought he was almost a black label worthy, and he came back an 8.5, and I'm still not seeing what they're seeing.
okay. So now we'll move on to OPO1,
Yes.
and we've got these blocked off. So we're gonna show you all the 9.5s we got, and then all the 10s we got, and then the black labels we got.
Black label.
The ones we just showed you are the only ones out of the 174 cards we've submitted that got below a 9.5. So obviously the
We're
quality
doing
of one
pretty
piece
good.
Of yeah.
I think.
So here's our crowning glory of OPO1.
He was not our first big pull. Our first big pull was Nami.
Yep.
But he came out of the same case. It was the only case we managed to get our hands on of Romance Dawn before the prices exploded. We
Yeah.
got it right before they exploded, like 1 week before.
And as you can tell from the markings, he's basically a black label of 9.5.
Yeah, he's 9.5 across the board. But we don't care. We're so happy. We pulled him ourselves.
Yep.
We got lucky.
Then we got a Luffy. We got a 9.5 out of that. I don't think we got a single 10 of these either, so those were hard to grade.
We grade quite a few cards for just sentimental, I like that part of the show, I like that character kind of reasons.
Yeah. So we got our Mihawks here. This one here, it got a perfect 10 except for the centering, which got
Yeah.
a 9, so it knocked it down to a 9.5. It could have been at least a 10. but
Yeah.
Here's where we start to get into the fun stuff.
Tens.
So we got our law back, and
Yeah.
if not for the corners, which they're
I don't know
like,
what they are seeing.
we're gonna have to put that under a microscope and see, because if centering is perfect, that's one of the harder ones to do. You can't pre-grade centering. You can eliminate stuff because centering is bad, but you can't pre-grade it. So
Yeah.
the most important stat to get is that 10 if you're gonna resubmit at least. So then we got our beautiful Nami. This was the first hit we
Our
got.
First.
We got this out of a booster, one of our first booster boxes
Yeah.
we ever purchased. So
We
that was nice.
purchased 2 booster boxes by themselves before getting that 1 case of Romance Dawn.
Yep.
So, and that was the total of everything we got out of Romance Dawn. And Nami was our first big pull.
And it came just shy of a black label.
Just
Unfortunately, it got a 9.5 on surface and we know where the problem is.
We saw it before we
I
submitted
forget it. It's down here in somewhere.
in the name foil, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in the name foil, there's like a little pit or a dot or something that just, we saw it, our
hearts
sank
sank.
a little like, no! But, yeah. So we got 2 Zoros. So we got some Laws, right? Similar stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The OPO1 SRs are mostly not very good
Except
looking.
this one looks
I love
awesome.
this card. I do love the Boa card as well.
And we got Boa, all love struck for
Yep,
Luffy.
Love Struck Boa. And then probably one of my favorite cards
This
of the
Shanks
OPO1
is
set.
so cool.
This
like,
is
how
my
is he not more
this is
popular?
my favorite Shanks of all the Shanks available
Yes, he
across
looks
any of the
amazing.
sets. I love this card. And then finally we got Yamato. Got nailed for centering.
And then there was the black label of OPO1.
Yes, our
Not
one
what we would have chosen.
our one and only black label for OPO1, and
It's
it's
an SR.
and it's an SR, and it's to me like one of the more boring looking SRs you can have.
But I do love Law.
But I do love Law, yeah. But as you'll see, we got some better love from Law than this card. So
Then we move on to OPO2.
OPO2.
This is another one where we got 2 booster boxes, and then we bought a case after that. I just think this one was a cute card.
yep. I always call this one Pirate Nami, even though Nami's a pirate anyway. She just doesn't typically dress like a pirate. So in this one, when she's actually dressed like a pirate, I call her Pirate Nami. So,
Official Pirate Nami.
Official Pirate Nami. So that's interesting. We got
Really cool Luffy pirate.
Film Luffy. Also got nailed on 2 things. Centering was apparently awful.
Really bad. Okay. Now see, these cards are so hard to center because they don't have like the full frame.
Yeah, you don't have the top and bottom as much.
Yeah.
Although in this one you do actually have a border.
There is a line.
You do have
Okay.
that border.
Yeah.
This was though.
I think that was before we were measuring and
Yeah,
checking.
I was gonna say part of the evolution of our pre-grading process is I used to just look at the cards and go, yeah, that looks centered. And one of my eyes is kind of like, if this is Blu-ray, this is VHS quality. So me looking like this and going, probably not the best idea for pre-grading, but yeah. And we got this Borsellino alt. And then we come to our other crowning glory.
Yes, we pulled this shank or ace out of our case. So
Yep.
This one was, we got lucky and we got it ourselves.
And we knew for a fact he would not get a black label because I did properly center this one and say, I don't think his centering is good enough.
Well, you were still eyeballing it, but even eyeballing it, you thought maybe he was off.
Yeah.
I thought he was perfect. I was
Yeah.
wrong.
I saw the fatness of this side versus this side. This side's much thinner. So, yeah. But regardless, it's a 10 and it's an ace and we pulled him. So I'm very happy about that.
Ace! We kind of have a love affair with the Boa box topper.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful card. Don't know why it's not incredibly more popular, but we absolutely love her, so we've been collecting her.
Yep.
And we have quite a few.
A lot of them got dinged on edges. One of them got dinged on surfaces. One's on corners. So it's kind of all over the place as to why they didn't quite reach black.
Yep.
And then
And we
we've
have
got
another Nami, but this one got a 10.
Yep.
Yay. So this one will be our personal collection.
dinged on that centering.
And of course, the iconic Dawns. We just love them.
Yep.
So.
Love the Dawn. I was hoping to get a black label of something, but you know, got nailed for one thing or another, edges, surface, or surface.
What can you do?
So yeah. Then we got Uta.
This one is just my favorite Uta. It's the prettiest card. I
Yeah.
love it. It shimmers.
Then we did get our other Luffy has a 10, so that's cool.
Woohoo!
Got
It's really cool Kuzan.
Kuzan, who unfortunately fell prey to centering. The centering devil fruit is the strongest devil fruit in the One Piece TCG. And then this one got dinged on surface. So. And then we come to the 2 black
Beautiful
labels
black
we got.
labels.
We did get a black label of this Nami.
So this one is our personal
Yes,
collection.
so this one's our personal collection. And then the one I'm more excited about, we did actually get one of our boas as a black label. So
We succeeded. Kept trying till we got it.
Yep. And what a beautiful card it is.
Yeah, she even has some of that disdain in her eyes.
Yeah.
I just love it. They need to come out with a card of her iconic looking down pose.
Yeah, this is probably one of the closer ones to that.
Now we have OP03.
It did not treat us well.
Nope.
03 and 04 did not treat us very well.
We
But
still didn't pull the manga, so this one we bought off TCGPlayer.
then we tried very hard to get a 10 for our ace, but sadly,
It was not to be.
centering, corners. Oh my gosh, this one got nailed for all kinds of things.
Yeah, it did. Then we got Puddin.
Puddin, which would have gotten a 10, but her centering was so bad. And you can see it because on this side it's very wide, this side it's very narrow. So, I mean, I think this is the only pudding we pulled though.
Yeah,
So I was like,
it's
I
the
kind
only
of
one
want
we
to get
had.
it graded because it's a nice card. So,
And of course, waifu.
waifu text. And then we
And
got,
then we had extra wanted posters, so we got those graded.
yep.
Moving on to our 10s.
And we get to our better stuff.
Excited. This got a 10.
Yeah, so this is one of my favorite cards in any of the sets.
Yeah.
I love
Of all
Nami,
One Piece.
and I love this card to death. I love the shimmer of it. I love the artwork of it. I just really love this card. So I'm
Look
really
at her eyes.
glad we got a 10. That centering though, always coming back to haunt us every single time.
Always.
We got our Lucci back, also a 10. This time, actually, he got nailed for surface though.
Yep.
We have a pre-grading spreadsheet that we keep that we assign our own subgrades to every one of these cards in an attempt to see which ones are worthy of grading and which ones should we just eliminate and just say, no, it's not even worth the attempt. And it never fails. The ones that I'm like, oh yeah, that's a 10 centering, that's a 10 centering, that's a 10 centering. She always manages to find something wrong with something else. So.
I mean, it's my job to look for the flaws.
Yeah, knock it off. Stop finding them on the wrong cards.
So we got our Katakuri
Katakuri.
and also Katakuri.
Yep, another Katakuri. And then we got 2 Khalifas. And
Now,
then we only got 1 black label.
and it's a crowning glory of the collection.
It was the one I wanted
The
most of all. We got our Nami black label. And I interact with a few of you on the various TCG groups on Facebook, and somebody had posted their black label and said, hey, there's only 2 in existence. And I'm like, I hope to join you soon. Well, we have.
Yeah.
And this is not going to go up on eBay or the marketplace
No.
anytime soon. This is going in my personal collection case.
Yep. Going
Never
in
to
the
see the
vault.
light of day, so I will not be adding to your comps to figure out what yours is worth. So, sorry about that. That one's ours.
Precious.
Precious.
Now OP04.
Now, here's what you'll see. You'll see what I mean here in a second.
Yeah, we tried so hard for Vivi. Because we love Vivi. We thought it was a pretty card. We wanted it. It's 10. We tried.
Centering was a 9 on every single one of them. I don't know what they did
That
to
one
this
was just-
card, but they offset this card every single time. I don't understand. But so we really liked that card and we wanted a 10, but you know,
We tried. We failed.
we got owned by it. So and we got a Sabo.
Mermaid Vivi, as
Mermaid
we call her.
Vivi,
Because
yeah.
at first glance, it looks like a mermaid in the waves.
I mean, how does it not look like a mermaid? It looks like the ocean waves right here, more waves here.
You got the frill that
Yeah,
could
the
be the
frill
top
here
of
that-
her fish half.
Yeah, the fish half, and then it kind of goes around here, and then it almost has like this little fin-like thing at the top. So when I
Yeah.
first saw it, I was like, why are they giving Vivi like a mermaid look? Like, you can kind of see the desert landscape behind her, but
Yep.
it is completely overshadowed by all this waviness that is happening. So it's,
Which I think is supposed to be fabric, but it's also blue, so it looks like water.
yeah, it just looks like water to me with all the foiling, the way it dances off the foils and stuff.
Gorgeous card, though.
So yeah, Mermaid Vivi. And then we got
Dolphy.
Dopey! And then we got
Yamato.
Yamato.
Looking all bad.
Yep.
We did get a bunch of 10s.
Yes, we did.
And we got lucky here, because this is another TCGPlayer manga rare that we bought.
Yep.
And this one, thankfully, made it into the 10, and it was just centering that made
Just
it.
centering that nailed us. So here's our only BOA special that we got. Sadly, she did not come back as a black label.
Yeah.
Apparently
She got a
something was
10.
wrong on the surface. And then we got, this is another one of my favorite cards in the whole series, because I mean, A, it's Vivi, but then you got the X, you know, the sign of friendship
Yes.
thing. Like that is,
I just
so
love
well
this
put
one.
into this. It's such a great card.
I wish we would have gotten a black label of it because that scene, I cry every time.
I mean, both of them got dinged for corners, so we'll have to evaluate and see if maybe one of them is salvageable or something. But
then we got our Tuxedo Wedding Sanji.
Yep.
It does kind of suck that poor Sanji didn't get himself a wife because he would have loved that.
But sadly, these both came just shy of a black label due to centering.
Always
That
centered.
stupid centering. And if you haven't figured it out by now, centering was the thing I was referring to earlier, and we have statistics to show how many of these cards would have been black labels if the centering was good.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. But first we have our other Mermaid VV. This time we got a 10. Looks like Surface is the only thing that dinged it. So
I think I should actually move some of these. So we can be seen.
just destroyed our city.
I know. Just call me Godzilla.
Yep. All right. And then we got a 10 of Dopey. So hooray.
Yeah.
We got one for our collection. We also did get a black label
We did.
of, and I think this one was population less than 5. Yeah, I don't remember, but
Law.
we got a law special as a 10. Very happy with this one.
Then we have the Beast of OP05.
Yeah.
Now this one we knew the anniversary set. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna blow up. So we got pre-orders, and we had, if you've seen our channel, 5 cases. We have all the videos you can watch of us opening them if you'd like.
Yep.
But we had so many cards to send from OP05, so we had a lot of chances at things. And we did pretty well. And OP05 is where we had learned quite a bit about the criteria, about what they're looking for, what grades well, what doesn't. So we have a much better ratio, I think, of 9.5s to 10s on this one. It's still a lot of 9.5s, but we sent a lot of cards, so it makes sense.
So in our cases, we managed to pull not 1, not 2, but 3 Oda foiled Luffy cards.
Still my heart.
And all 3 of them came out
Our
9.5s.
9.5.
So sad about that.
Now, one of them we expected. We saw a clear line on the surface that did not belong there. It wasn't a scratch, but it was a line in the foil.
Yeah, just kind of like one of the print lines that sometimes show.
So we knew that one was going to get dinged. No chance of it being a black for certain. The other 2, we thought they would at least be 10. We looked and we didn't see anything wrong, but...
And then we got a koala. We just really like the style of this card. So we thought,
really do. It's so graphic punch, kind of vibrant. I don't know. I really love that card. We got 3 Nami specials out of our 5 cases. And this is one of them. So these specials were all just jaw-droppingly gorgeous.
yeah, these are very nice looking cards.
And then we love this card too.
Yeah, we love this card, but it was not super kind to us on the grading front.
No, not all of them.
Here's one of our ploofies.
With almost all 9.5s.
Almost all 9.5s except Edges. Edges, I guess, got 10, but everything else was dinged for one reason or another. 2 of our Sabos back, also 9.5s.
Now these end with Luffy. The 9.5s on the surface is because something about the printing process for One Piece cards, the black especially, this high gloss black that they do, tends to have little pits in it. And you're lucky, so lucky, if you can get one that doesn't have those little pits all over it. Betty.
Yep, 2 Bettys.
In fact, most of our leaders, I think, are in this 9.5 category.
Well, it's interesting too, because almost all of them got 9.5 on centering and 9.5 on surface. That was a common theme throughout.
Something went wrong.
But here we go again, right? We got 2 NLs back, and both of them got dinged on centering, and both of them got dinged on surface.
Identical.
I don't know. It was very sad
But
to see
to
all
my
those come back.
eye, they look perfect.
And we got these guys.
We love the secret. It's
Yep.
just such a cool card.
Gear 5 everything. Must have.
Yes. I love the artist who does this law and a couple other cards.
Yeah.
Just their style is so gorgeous.
Yeah, it's great. We gotta make room for all of these 10s that we got.
So many 10s.
Yes. So here's our manga kid.
We got to pull this one.
Yep.
He was the one manga out of OP05 that we pulled in our 5 cases. So
Yep.
Kid came home with a 10.
It just had to be Kid.
Yeah, he's not our favorite.
He's not my favorite character, but
I was hoping for Luffy, and now I really wish he had been Luffy because he's the most expensive card in the set.
yeah.
But
And we've just
I'm still happy to have Kid.
not been able to get him, but yep. So got Kid.
I think Mancheri's card is so cute. That soft, kind of almost pastel.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Sugar card from
Oh, it's
04.
yeah, it's Sao Sao. I love all the cards that Sao Sao does. Such a soft, pretty art style. Or is it So-So? I don't know. Sao Sao? So-So? You tell me. Corners. I don't know why.
Yep. Bella Betty with the corners.
Two
Sakazuki's back.
Nemmy Swan.
Now these we knew we weren't going to get black labels on because
Yeah.
the little one-piece stamp that they started putting on these cards.
No, that's not it.
Oh no.
What it is you see this pattern here, this like wavy texture or something on the back side, right along the bottom edge. It's like somehow it got stamped with the same texture, not foil, just the texture. And if you look at it, there's like a clear crosshatchy looking imprint in the bottom of that card. So I just knew these were not going to grade better than a 10.
Got
Sure.
stamped a little too hard.
Yeah. And we got our Lucci special
And then we got 3
of the Gear 5 10.
Gear 5 10s. One of them got dinged for centering, another one got dinged for centering, and the one in the middle got dinged for corners. This is the only of the secrets that we managed to get back as a 10.
And we have so many of them because of the 5 cases,
Yeah.
but a lot of them we looked through and they just weren't worth sending in.
We
for
didn't
grading.
want to repeat the Vivi mistake we
Yeah.
made. So
We weren't going to send 10 in and get, 8, 9 5s.
yeah.
And this Rebecca is just so soft and pretty. I love it.
Yep. Beautiful Rebecca card. Fun fact about these, when we got these back, I noticed right away that they labeled them as OPO6 Rebecca cards.
Yeah, we were like, that's not even out
Because
yet.
this card and the special from OPO6 kind of have a similar vibe to them. They're kind of, slightly elevated camera angle looking down at her. She's got a big, dress like that and all that stuff with the grass and stuff in the background, if I recall
Yeah.
correctly.
I don't remember.
So they mislabeled it, and I was like, no, fix that, please. And it only took them like 5 minutes. They cracked open their own case and just fixed it.
And then we have, as we call him, Fabulucci.
Fabulucci.
Because he's looking fabulous.
Now, the only thing not fabulous about this card is his centering. Every single one of them
Bing, bong.
got dinged for centering. Otherwise,
Would have had black
we
labels.
would have had a black label. A couple of our anniversary Luffy's back.
This one is just centering again, but
Just
that
centering.
one's surface.
That
I don't
one's
know what it
surface.
is. Koala again, but this time as a
Well,
10.
it's a 10 centering.
Always centering.
Got
Some nice Borsalinos.
2 Porcelinos back,
Both centering.
both centering.
So you're sensing the new trend, I take it by now.
Yes.
We're to the point now that we're good enough at the pre-grading that if the centering had just been better, we'd be swimming in black labels right
Yeah.
now.
So I now have a new process for centering, and we'll see how it works on our next order. Because Law got
Also,
dinged for
only
centering.
center.
And a lot of these, I said the centering was good.
Yeah.
So that's on me.
He does all the centering, I do the rest.
Yeah, she's got that steady hand and the attention to detail that I would just get impatient with. So
Yeah, I
I don't have it.
look through magnifying glass for hours on end. That messes with his eyes too much.
Yeah.
So
I have evaporative tears, so if you've watched enough of our videos, you'll see me doing this a lot. It's because my eyes don't produce enough oil for me to
dry
not
eye.
have dry eyes at all times. Like there's no escape from dry eye for me. So that's exciting.
now I chose 2 of several of the SRs out of the whole set, hoping to get black labels. I poured over these cards with all the attention to detail I could muster up from within me. I went card after card, just if anything was wrong, skip it next, until I brought out what I thought would be black labels. So it's a little disheartening when you find they would have been, except for the centering.
Yep. Her part of the deal was correct.
Yep. I did my part, but the centering was off.
And here's another one. Black label except centering.
So I'm at least feeling very confident in my skills as far as evaluating the cards for everything but centering. I'm just, even if I was to try to do the centering, I'm just not as good at finding it, I don't think.
Yeah.
But
2 more. Black labels except for centering.
yeah, I mean, with 5 cases, we had like, what was it, 70 or 100
we had
SRs?
like 48 SRs to choose from.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the rares. So yeah, we had like 48 SRs to go through, and I just, the next, until I found perfection.
Yeah.
At least what I thought was perfection.
And then here's perfection again, except for centering.
Yeah. So all the SRs that are 10s
I'm
would
so
have been
sorry.
black had they been centered.
All right, so now we get to the good stuff. So we got this beautiful.
I did it.
You did it. And I did it.
Yeah.
I mean, you did it on all those. I'm the failure. So I did it.
Collaboratively.
But I mean, you did it too, so.
This law card, I think, is so gorgeous.
It is cool.
I don't know why people aren't just dying over this card. I saw it and immediately loved it.
Yeah, it's a good one. We also got
Another law.
And this is the one with that beautiful art style that we love so much.
Yeah,
So we're very happy about
to
this
get
one.
this one.
We also got the standard anniversary Luffy as a black label. So
I mean, it may not be the signed one, but we still love that it's the Oda artwork card.
yeah,
so
still a beautiful card that we love. So yeah.
We did get a special as a black label already.
Yep.
One of 2?
I think
or
so.
5.
I think there was only 2.
Yeah. So other people might be getting theirs back, but we were among the first 2 people to have one.
Yep.
I don't know if we were first or second, but one of them.
I think we were second.
And this is probably my favorite Kaido card out of all Kaido cards.
It's a great kind of card for sure.
And then we get into starter
Miscellaneous.
decks and promos. So
Yeah.
just a lot of randomness to be had.
Starter
here.
decks, promos, collection sets, tournament kit stuff.
Yeah.
So we got a 9/5 Nami.
We saw these in the 3 captains deck and we were like, it's Nami, we have to grade her.
Yeah. And it got nailed for centering. And then we got this winner. This guy, we were stupid. We bought this guy for like $100.
And then literally the next day it dropped by half.
2 winner Namis.
It's just such a cute card.
Beautiful card, yeah. I love it.
And then this cute little chibi Luffy.
Yeah.
This one is way prettier in person because all of this background is like shimmering.
Yeah,
it's not just foil, it's like shimmer, almost glitter, you know?
Yeah.
And then it's got this one-piece card game in the background that's sort of a hollow.
So here's the 3rd attempt at getting this card graded. And at least we got a 9/5 on this one. So
We did.
So that's good.
It's better than the others. But
and then here's all of our starter deck, or our gift collection stuff. So Ace got terrible centering.
Yeah.
Although I knew it got terrible centering.
These cards, if I'm honest, like, they were rough.
They were pretty rough.
So it was hard choosing
Not
what to send.
typical quality.
No. But this one, centering got us really badly.
Yeah.
And-
I mean, and you can tell it's
Yeah.
definitely skinnier on one side.
But how cute is Santa Chopper? He's gonna bring all the presents and make everyone smile.
To me, this is just the most weird card. Like all the other gift collection ones are just them in like cool poses and stuff, and then Santa Chopper.
Santa.
Like,
Why
what?
Santa?
Okay, we'll take it. I'm not saying we won't take it, but it's an odd choice.
Zoro was among the worst because
Yeah.
these black edges were very not great.
Yeah, Zoro was not careful with his swords on those edges.
Yeah. And then there were 10s
Then there were 10s.
of Nami Swan.
3 Namis. And if you can see clearly enough, you'll notice one thing in common. They all got dinged for centering, and that's it.
They would have been black labels.
We had so many potential black labels on our hands, and all of them
tried.
got stolen away from us by centering.
Yeah.
Same thing here. Our BOA judge, dinged for centering. Our gift collection Nami,
Centering.
dinged for centering.
We're like a broken record.
Our gift collection Ace, dinged for centering. Our BOA gift collection, dinged for centering. Have you created a drinking game yet?
Yeah. Every time we say centering, if you drink, you're gonna die.
Yeah. At least good centering.
Yeah.
But 9-5 on edges.
Corners.
Yeah.
So.
I saw these and I was like, at first I was mistaken, thinking, oh, this is just another version of the I'm going to be king of the pirates at the start of this show. No, this is when he's yelling to Rayleigh in Saboti after he gets back. But still very important moment, I think. So we bought a pack of 8 of these off eBay, and I think we sent all of them.
They're promos.
Yeah, the promos.
Got a Law from the starter deck.
And then we got...
I love this Zorro.
There's a cool Zorro, very clean.
But centering.
But centering, always centering.
And then we tried again with Nami.
And then Nami.
But centering.
Centering again.
Forever centering.
Forever centering. Okay.
But you know what won't get us on centering?
Black
labels.
So.
Which we got some.
Black label number 1. Our BOA gift collection.
She's a little pale in this one, but I think it's a beautiful card.
I actually really love this card.
Yeah.
Pale or not pale.
Yeah.
Like, I think
it's very striking.
It's just kind of desaturated in general, so
Yeah.
it's really cool. I really love that card.
Nami's fun.
Nami is our gift collection black label. So very happy about that one.
Always happy to get Nami.
And then here's what's strange. I told you that we got 8 of those pirate pack gonna be King of the Pirate Luffy's, and that we just showed you 2 of them. I guess maybe it was it 7? It must have been 7.
Well, it's probably there were 8, but we likely have 1 in a top loader as part of our collection.
Oh, possibly.
Because we do that. We take 1 of every card, put it in a top loader, it goes away in our little box, and then when we're getting ready to grade stuff, we forget to go back and look at the one we already stowed away. So
we may have to reevaluate because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black labels.
Of 1 card!
Of 1 card.
This sucker graded so well, and the 2
Yeah.
that aren't black labels are 10s.
So unlike the gift collection, whatever they did when they printed this card, it came back immaculate.
Perfection.
Because we graded 7, 5 came back black labels, and the other 2 were 10s. All right, so we're going to throw some stats at you now. Because I like stats. You may have seen my case mapping video for OP05 where I kind of broke down where we got all of our big hits from. We just kind of like to see how we're doing. So we got some stats for you. The big thing, the big joke throughout this whole video was that we just missed a black label due to centering. So how many black labels did we miss out on because of centering?
36% of our orders.
So out of 174 cards, 36% of them would have been black labels had they been centered just a little bit better.
And for those who don't know percents like me, that's 63 cards out of 174.
So 63 black labels missed out on.
Missed out on because of
centering only. And then I have read before, you'll see on forums and things, talking about what percentage of cards do you submit that should, like if you're submitting the right cards at least, should come back as black labels. And I hear most people say something like, about 10% or so. So if you submit 100 cards, you should get about 10 black labels back. I think we fell at what, 9%?
9%.
Yeah.
So we fall within what they say is the average. So
yeah. But if you just take those OP04 VV secrets away, that number improves a bit. Stupid VVs. And all those Dawn cards and stuff that we put in.
We had a few where it was one after another after another. So
we're far more selective now. So we will see, because this latest submission we just did
it's got a lot of
yesterday.
randomness in it.
Well, it's got a lot of randomness in it, but we have now fully employed everything that we do for pre-grading for this latest set. So we'll see if these numbers improve on our next round.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but Beckett grades manga now. So the second I got that email, I was like, all right, I'm going on eBay. I'm finding a first edition of volume 1 of One Piece, and I'm getting that sucker graded.
Yeah.
So it is out for grading now. We saw the slab yesterday. It looks beautiful.
It looks so cool.
So we are looking forward to getting that back.
And they're actually like that thick.
We only had 8 cards out of the 174
Yep.
that were below a 9.5.
Yeah. So that's 5% of
Yeah.
the whole submissions.
When we first started submitting these, 39, like our first couple orders, 39% of it came back as 9.5s.
Well, between OPO1 to OPO4.
Yeah. Which was our general first orders. Like we started getting better about pre-grading as OPO5 came out, and we started submitting all of our OPO5 cards, which we submitted a lot of them.
Yes, we did.
And by then we had evolved our pre-grading process a little bit, and that dropped it down to 36% of our submissions became 9.5s or less. In fact, we didn't get anything below a 9.5 on our OPO5 submissions. So, or at least our process of elimination is getting way better.
Yeah.
We're
gonna get our results a bit skewed because even if we know it might not grade great, we just kind of want it in a slab anyway.
Yeah.
So sometimes we let some stuff through that we probably shouldn't. But that's not the majority.
But that's just for us.
Yeah,
So,
it's not the majority of what we do.
Yeah. We noticed something interesting lately. We submitted something back in November, and then we submitted something in late December. Both of them were collector specials, and both of them finished within the same week. And both of them were very early. We shouldn't have gotten one back until like March and one back until like April, and we got them both mid-February.
Yeah, like a week apart.
Yeah,
and
so,
it was like, what? It's ready? Oh.
Yeah, what the heck? So we went into the office to pick all this stuff up, and we asked them, like, are you upstaffing or something? Because you got our orders back to us really fast lately.
The answer was yes.
The answer was yes, and that all of the backlog that they had previously is now wiped out.
Yeah, they've made it through the backlog. They
Yep.
said those words specifically.
Yeah, so they are now current on their grading process, which means
They're moving
even the
along
collector
fast.
special probably won't take the 60 days.
Yeah.
Which in reality is like 90 days because you
It's
can't count
60
weekends. and stuff.
business days.
Yeah, so weekends don't count, so it really stretches it out another month.
Mm-hmm.
But you may even get it back within like a month and a half, 2 months now. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, can't guarantee any time frame other than 60 plus days,
No.
but
That's
good
still
chance it's
that's
coming
still
back
the
faster.
official company line, but
Yeah.
there is hope you will get it sooner now. So using one of those lower tiers may not be as bad a wait as you
Yeah.
previously might have thought.
I think we have yacked your ears off long enough.
I think so.
However, the last thing I will say is that the majority of this is going to go up for sale on our eBay, which is Billion Beri Collectibles or just Billion Beri?
Billion Beri Collectibles.
Billion Beri Collectibles on eBay. We'll leave a link in the description in case you saw something you really liked. Now, remember, some of this is our personal collection, so you won't see every single slab up.
You can't have this.
You can't have it.
This is mine. Stay away from it.
No
Hands off.
touchy. No touchy.
No touching.
However, a lot of this is going to go up. So if you like graded cards and you're interested, check out our eBay in the next coming couple of weeks. We're going to be getting some stuff up as we can.
Yeah.
Still got to photograph it all and get it posted. So keep your eye out. We'll get it out to you, and we package with care. So you
Yep.
should get it in great condition.
We don't have a lot of feedback on eBay yet, but we have a lot of feedback on TCGPlayer.
Yes.
Everybody always compliments how well we package our stuff, and that's all her.
Yep. If you get an order from us, it's packed by me.
Yep. You wouldn't want it packed by me. It would look all like
I also wrap all
like
the Christmas presents.
picture every meme about men and wrapping Christmas presents, and that's how yours would show up. It'd be like this weird, just balled up newspaper thing, and say, "Here you go. Here's a slab." But hers come through all professional and pretty. You almost don't want to unpackage hers because they're like, "Oh man, it's so pristine." But
I don't know about that.
we get lots of compliments on that. So if you want your cards handled with care,
If you want regular singles, TCGPlayer, Billion Beri. If you want graded slabs, eBay, Billion Beri.
Yep.
We're here for you.
We do singles on eBay as well. We have like some Japanese cards, and
Yeah.
we do play sets of cards on eBay. It's a lot easier to do it that way than on TCGPlayer. So we'll take a set of 4 cards and we'll make it a play set and ship it as a single unit. So that's available on there too. So keep an eye out for those.
Like this video.
Yep.
And subscribe because, as we've mentioned throughout this whole nonstop yakking affair, we've got more videos coming. So we are going to have grading education. We're going to have our future BGS returns, which now you know they're going to be pretty massive again. And we also do reacts if you like reacts. We're just basically a One Piece channel, but we do have a heavy focus on the TCG as well.
Yep. We like all things One Piece.
Yes, all things One Piece.
And if you have sent anything into Beckett and got a black label, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. What'd you get?
I want to know what to be jealous about.
Yes.
If you have a manga Luffy and you got a black label out of it, and you really want me to cry, let me
just jab that knife in real good.
Yep.
But in all honesty, we enjoy people getting nice things.
Yeah,
so
we do.
We're very happy for you. If you have one, we're also incredibly jealous.
Yep.
It's been fun, guys.
Yep. Talk to you next time.